Couple things that I like in the weight room, which again, we're not trying to directly pattern hip shoulder separation in the weight room, but this can still work on being able to produce power in those end range positions and be able to fire out of position. So we're not directly replicating the position, but it can still be something helpful worth integrating. One is these Swiss ball Kaiser chops or Swiss ball rotational cable chops. So if you have a cable machine, take that Swiss ball, take a rope. It's basically going to block your arms out of the equation, take your arms out of the movement, and just purely isolate the torso and the pelvis. From here, you can actually play with different tempos. So you can play with initially starting forward and feeling the torso rotate independently of the pelvis. Now feel the pelvis rotate, and now fire the pelvis first, and now fire the upper half. And so you can start to feel those two things work in opposition with the Swiss ball rotational chops, because that weight at 30, 40, 50 pounds is holding your upper half back while the pelvis doesn't have anything blocking it. It's able to help you feel that separation a little bit more cleanly. So that's the first one I like. The second is different medicine ball slams, particularly the side-to-side slams with the medicine ball. You can do this on a short slope or off a box, so you're doing a little bit more downhill, but essentially we're just working through a split stance medicine ball chop, where as we rotate the hips ahead of the torso, we're able to really feel that separation and that lead oblique driving us down over our front side. So I like this more than just a standard medicine ball slam, which is purely happening in the sagittal plane. We're incorporating more of that rotation to do a side-to-side med ball slam. You can also do this with a sledgehammer into a tire. That's another great one that mimics a very similar feel and a very similar training effect for the core. And then one other that's worth mentioning is rotational shot puts. One thing I'll say with rotational shot puts is that you just have to be careful going too light with the ball, because some guys will get a little bit of a slam on the back of their elbow if they go too light and they don't decelerate properly. The weight of the ball helps keep the upper half back and loaded, and then driving it at a little bit more of a downhill angle. So these can work really, really well. I'd recommend more than that 6-pound medicine ball range. If you start going like 2 or 4 pounds, again, there's that risk of kind of jamming the back of the elbow. So make sure you're decelerating and you're not extending the back of the elbow.